Hey guys, it's a red day here in the PSC. I'm still here in Boracay, monitoring the markets from the beach, and I posted a video about what's happening in the market over the past few hours, especially at the opening. The market is currently experiencing a red day. We have a large amount of selling, breathing towards and hitting the not just the blue chip stocks, but a lot of our stocks in the local bourse. So I mentioned this in the previous videos that when stocks are going down, our goal is to stay away. Our goal is not to try to catch them while they're falling. Our goal is to at least know where the next support level is, because that could be an area where you could possibly come in, and that could be an area for you to pounce on the stock once it starts to bounce as a whole. So kudos though to now. I posted a video about it, that it broke down from 13 and it broke down from 10, but today it hit 7, where relatively there was a support range that protected it. So the bounce that you are seeing today now is up. The reason why it's up is because it bounced from that relatively stronger support range. You have to remember this: the closer the stock is to around 7, the larger or the bigger the conviction it will have to start bouncing up. Alright, so now I'm here to talk about a couple of stocks as well that you sent and you requested via social media, and they have been hit. They have been hit and they have been battered for this trading day, and I just like to give you an update where it is and where could it possibly go based on the support and resistance level. So first things first, you have Ayala Corp that got battered down. Mitsubishi sold a ton of shares yesterday, which also triggered the movement downward. You have to remember, when large funds or large institutions sell, it creates a large large buyers and sellers, so it creates a large amount of sellers flooding the markets, which brings the prices lower. So as of 1:30, as of the midterm break, Ayala Corp hit 938 pesos, 938 pesos per share. What does that mean from a technical point of view? Let me just pull up the charts first. So by the way, everything that I'm talking about here is based on the concepts of technical analysis, the rudiments of us analyzing stocks via what the charts would tell us. So Ayala Corp basically is still bearish. It broke down from significant support levels already. So a couple of days before that, moving averages already were showing us momentum downward. But what I can say is this: because of that breakdown, the next possible support level is around 968, 970 pesos per share. So please watch that for Ayala Corp. If it fails to hold 968, we may expect it to retrace lower. So if Ayala Corp goes lower than 968 or 970, I think Ayala Corp can go down to 885 pesos per share. So please watch out for this. Ayala Corp at 967 went to 938, so you have another breakdown from another support level. So 968, 938, you have the breakdown there. Possible retracement will bring the stock to around 885 pesos per share. 968 broke down, it's currently at 938. There's no support in between that, so you can possibly expect Ayala Corp to go to 885. Should it go back and bounce back, it must break out of 968 to have a chance to actually have a semblance that it could possibly bounce back again. But without that, expect Ayala Corp to retrace to around 885 pesos per share. The biggest hope that it has to go up is if it goes and breaks out again of the 968 level. Without that happening, we don't have any buy signal yet for the stock. Don't catch it while it's falling. The next stock is BDO. BDO is also red. You have to remember, as the index is down, stocks that have heavy influence in the index also are primarily affected by it. So from this perspective, BDO as of 1:30 p.m. is at 144.80. When similar to Ayala Corp, a lot of the moving averages already and oscillators were already showing that the stock was bearish. There's no buy signal for it from a moving average perspective. There's no buy signal from it in terms of oscillator perspective. At 144, the stock is also breaking down. the closest support that we have for BDO can be pegged at around 138 pesos per share. So for those who are watching BDO, watch out for 138. If it goes to 138 and bounces off of it, we have a buy signal, not just for quick traders, but we have a buy signal for position traders as well. So please take note. 138, bounce from 138, first target price will be 148, bounce from 148, next target price is 155, breakout from 155, next target price is 167 pesos per share. And that's how you sequence your trades. You create your buy and sell signals based on support and resistances. Next one, you have SM Prime. I mentioned SM Prime already as a stock that has been breaking down, but a lot of you guys have requested for it. The trigger of it going down is its failure to hold 35 pesos per share. So for SM Prime, 35 now is like the resistance. You have to remember, when support lines are broken, it becomes the next resistances. So for SM Prime Holdings, 35 is the resistance right now. Because of it not going above 35, whatever movement downward that you will see with it is just a result of how bearish the stock is. And I believe the next support range right now is at 32.6 pesos per share. So because of the sell down, because of it being bearish, you can expect SM Prime Holdings to go to around 32.6. The only time SM Prime can go up if it breaks out of 35. If it breaks out of 35, it has a shot to go back at 38. But if it does not break out of 35, expect it to go to 32.6. The problem is if 32.6 does not hold, the bearishness of the stock will continue and it can retrace and go now around 30 to 31 pesos per share. Again, SM Prime Holdings is an amazing company with amazing fundamentals. However, you have to remember that it's not just about having great fundamentals, it's about having proper timing and coming in when the charts are in your favor. Alright, so I've talked about 3 stocks that have been down, now has bounced up. AC, BDO and SM Prime are down. Let's talk about something that's green. I'm talking about SVN. I'm talking about 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is up at 115 pesos per share. It's one of the few stocks that are up in the PSEI right now. Here's the thing. It's already close. As it progresses and as it bounces higher, it will probably go to where the next resistance is, and the next resistance is around 119 pesos per share. So for those who are doing a quick trade of SEVN, those who bought at the bounce at 105, please peg your target prices at 119. If SEVN does not break out of 119, you may now take profits. I repeat, if it does not break out of 119, you may now take profits. But if it breaks out of 119, congratulations, the next target price will be 151 pesos per share. So SEVN, those who bought at 105, target price is 118, 119. Breaks out of 119 levels, next target price is 150 pesos per share. So lastly, I mentioned that Jollibee last week before the week close broke out of the 303 levels. However, after doing so, it got a barrage of selling naman. Today, Jollibee's at let me double check. Jollibee's at 290 pesos per share. It's down 262%. So with that, I believe the support range is still at around 285 pesos per share. So should the selling and the sell down of Jollibee continue, we may expect the stock retrace to around 283, 285 pesos per share. So for those that want to get it cheaper, please don't buy it as it's down, buy it as it hits that support level. It must hold 283 or 285 for it to be a significant or a logical buy using technical analysis. So that's it. That's how markets are traded. Markets are traded using logic, using technicals, using things that you can quantify, especially as markets drop. I know a lot of people become a bit emotional in their trades. I know a lot of people try to do things I don't know, out of emotion. Please remember this: if at this point in time you are somehow having a hard time cutting your losses or having a hard time trying to sell, your goal as a trader is to just follow what the charts are telling you. If there's any hesitation that's going on, I guess one of the reasons is probably you're exposing yourself to an amount that is larger and bigger than what you can actually tolerate. I repeat, a probable reason, a probable cause on why there's some hesitations on the trades that you're doing is because you might be exposing yourself to an amount that's above and beyond what you can tolerate. So if you're exposing yourself to an amount that you cannot tolerate, the best thing that you can do is just to lower your position. The best thing that you can do is to put in an amount that's I guess within your threshold, within within the parameters that you can cut loss, because it's not worth it, because a lot of people would put a large amount of money, because if it goes up, it would be something very, very significant to them. That's very true, and that's amazing. The stock market is all about volume. The stock market is all about having large positions, because the stock market is there to multiply what you have. The larger the amount of money that you have placed, the bigger your upside will be. However, do not let that also, on the flip side, prevent you from cutting your losses. You only put and expose yourself to an amount that you are willing to cut when the trade does not go your way. And similar to what's happening to the market right now, you have to remember, movements like this, downward movements like this, are normal. It happens because that's how markets work. Markets do not go up forever. Markets will always correct. It must come to a point that when markets or when trades don't go your way, you know what to do. You have an ideology of selling. You have a technique that will protect you to maximize your trades and to minimize your losses. So that's it. I'll make more videos here in Boracay, and I hope that you guys just get as much as you can, and you guys get to learn more and more about the stock market. That's what's nice about trading, and that's what I love about it. You get to do it anywhere in the world. You get to trade the markets with ease and confidence, and it can be done wherever you are. So that's it. I hope this helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. This is Marvin Germo from Boracay. See you all again soon.